So since you bought your house 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, who are your top painters, housekeepers, handyman, whatever it is that you would recommend and we could put in our ecosystem? And then they feel valued. Wow, you asked for my opinion on who you're going to refer out. And then we can now call that painter, handyman, et cetera, and say, hey, you were referred to us by Joe Smith at such and such address. We wanted to put you in our ecosystem for future referrals between El Dorado, Sacramento, Placer, whatever it is. And then down the road, obviously, as that same client will then reach out, hey, I know you called me about my painter, but do you have anybody that can do this? Right? And then it keeps them in that ecosystem so that, you know, we know the stat, 80% say they would use their agent again and 12% actually do, right? So this keeps them in that ecosystem of every time they need something for their house, they reach out to the agent or to that software program. They just log in and go, hey, you know what? I want to find a veterinarian, not veteran. I want to find a veterinarian. Yeah. You know,
useful.
Yeah. In my neighborhood, right? Boom. We've got that on there for them to go to. And then, so they think of us as it relates to their house and not just that transaction. And so it's been a really good conversation starter for them to just reach out. Hey, I just wanted to see how you could help us help you down the road.
I love
Great
that.
idea.
The
Great idea.
That whole issue is one of the most common things with databases, and it in my personal opinion, it comes back to, from a salesperson's perspective, it's being kind of fixated on what you're looking for, which is a sale, right? Is what becomes the blocker versus what value can I provide to my database, right? If you can focus or have your team focusing on ways to create value you can reach out to them endlessly to provide them value. But that's where whenever I've had conversations with people that are afraid to call, they're worried about the idea of, oh, I'm selling. Shift the whole thinking. What value can I deliver to them?
Yeah.
Because and it's crazy, but that's what I think happens to a lot of people, especially as they get into a rut or they just kind of lose, the inspiration of leadership, being in an environment. Love that idea too. And especially the use of the tools today. There's some tools now that can anticipate that and that you can put that aren't removing you from the equation. They're just leveraging, like what you said with the shopping, like giving exactly what your database and each individual wants right when they want it.
And I think your clients want to hear from you. I mean, they bought or sold a house with you. And, when I sold my house in July in Santa Cruz, the people that I sold to, I was like, I have the best housekeeper. I mean, I'm sad because I had to sell my house and it's in Santa Cruz and I live here now, but I lost it.
Wow.
I was like, I know, that's a whole thing. But I was like, I have the best housekeeper and I have the best painter. And because I genuinely did. And I knew that I wasn't going to be using them anymore. And they were like my favorite people. I also had this great nanny. And as much as technology can teach us a lot of stuff, there's stuff that just like the childcare that I had, you would never know it because she was off the grid. She was just an in-house childcare, but was by far the most amazing childcare I'd ever had. Right walking distance from the house. The people that were buying my house had kids. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give you some info because my spot's going to be going, right?